Today I'm here to remember the legacy of our little copper friends who lived from 1858 and were with us all the way to February 4th, 2013. The penny!
Guess who snitches?
Hey guys, it's Bigamo here. So today I'm just going to be talking about, I would say, not a crisis, but a little tragedy that's happened throughout Canada. Actually, all of Canada has gone through this, and that is the disappearance or taken away of, or whatever you want to call it, of the penny. And in case you're not in Canada or in any country that has a penny, this is what they look like. Isn't it so lovely? So basically what happened was that since the government was spending way too much money on making the penny, probably over $1 billion or something like that, for people to not even use them, because people usually throw them out, not throw them out in the trash, but just don't really use them. They rather use nickels and dimes and all that kind of stuff. So what happened was that they just basically they said, okay, so we're spending way too much money on making this penny thingamabobber, and you know what, nobody's using it. And somebody else suggested, hey, why don't we just stop the making of pennies in order to save ourselves some money in our pockets and also not to waste some copper. And then the other guys were all like, yeah, sure. And basically on February 4th, 2013, the penny is officially off the market, I guess. And I kept some because, you know what, it's now considered an antique, I guess, since nobody ever uses them anymore. And my whole opinion on this is sure, they spent a lot of money on it, but I don't know, some people, for example, I use pennies and my mom uses pennies, and a lot of people I know keep pennies in order to use them. So my problem is, why would they stop making them if some people do actually use them? I don't know if they're a minority of people use them, but there's probably somebody out there who does use them. And so the whole problem with this thing is that now prices, because pennies are worth 1 cent, in case you didn't know that. Basically anything that is, I guess let's just use the example of 50 cents. If something is 51 or 52 cents, it'll be rounded down to 50 cents. If something is 53 or 54 cents, it'll be rounded up to 55 cents. And again, 57 and 56 cents will be rounded down to 55, and 58 and 59 would be rounded up to 60 cents. So sure, it'd be good if we always get in between the 6s and the 7s, the 2s and the 1s, in order to be rounded down. But the problem is, not only is it unfair that people don't get the money that they deserve, because if something used to cost 99 cents, now they're getting $1 for it, or if something cost usually 92 cents, now they're getting 90 cents. So it all builds up, and I'm concerned because the market, what if those 2 cents over a long period of time don't cut it? What if those 2 cents would be, necessary for that company over time to be, kept alive? Not only that, but I don't understand what the big deal of, saving money on some pennies are. Pennies, because I read once on the internet that pennies individually like this, they don't really, I guess, matter much, but in a big quantity they do. So I was just wondering, how is it possible that you would even consider disappearing it off the market? But why stop making it in the first place? Why couldn't you just keep on making it? I don't know, not as many maybe, I don't know. I just find that the whole thing is not a stupid idea, because if it saves you $2 billion or $3 billion or whatever $1 billion that you save over a little penny, I get it, but I don't know, it's just a symbol of Canada. Why would you throw this out? It's so beautiful. I don't know. I kept all the pennies that I could have possibly saved. Not the useless ones, like the 19-something ones. I just kept from 1994 to all the way to 2011, and I just find it kind of pointless because people are still using, the government, even though they stopped the making of them, they're still, receiving them, which is kind of pointless. And when you get, I don't know, your paychecks at work every 2 weeks or whenever you get paid, they don't do the zeros or the fives anymore. They don't do, for example, whatever, whatever, and 50 cents, or whatever, whatever, 55, or 60 cents. They actually do 23 cents, or 86 cents, or something like that. So, the government is still accepting them, but I don't know, the stores don't use pennies anymore. What if something costs you something and 85 cents, and I have 5 pennies, but I don't have a nickel to, pay for it? Am I gonna not buy that item just because it's with being paid for in pennies? I just don't find that there's a point in that, and I just feel like the government should have just kept on making them, but not necessarily, a whole big load of them. So yeah, that's my opinion on how, I don't know, the absence of our little friend, the penny, came to be. May it rest in peace from 1858 all the way to 2013. That's like, what, over 150 years? Something like that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What's your opinion? Were you the kind of person that really loved pennies? Or were you the kind of person that, that would just toss them to the street or something like that? Let me know in a comment down below. And what's your opinion? I personally want to know your opinion about the whole penny crisis, let's just call it. And yeah, let us keep them in memory, and don't toss them away, because what if the government suddenly decides to keep them? Then you're screwed, because all those pennies could have been worth dollars and dollars and dollars. So yeah. Guys, more videos are coming up, and don't forget to subscribe, because my head is just exploding with ideas, so I won't keep you bored this time. Spick 'em out.